I've been looking forward to doing December daily so much, and now that the time has finally come, I have no idea how I'm going to do it because I just haven't got the time. So I thought, let me try and hack December daily. I took one day aside and filled up my entire Christmas journal so that if I'm struggling with time, I can still go ahead and journal on the pre-prepped pages. And that's what this video is all about, actually. 15 junk journal projects to set up for a stress-free December daily. The first mini project from my December daily setup is for fun. It might not be too practical, however, I want to see something fresh and interactive when I open my Christmas journal, so I'm making a shaker tag. This can't be more simple, really. It's essentially a card which goes into a clear pocket. In my case, I'm using a wrapper bag that I've cut down to size. Of course, we will need to add some confetti. I want to see the shaker on both sides, so double-sided paper helps here actually. I used glue to seal and then just added a frame on both sides. I absolutely adore shaker things. I've got another shaker idea coming up later in this video, so keep on watching for that. My plan for this shaker actually is to use it as a topper for this little journaling cluster I want to have ready for journaling. I've got a card here, a pink doily, which matches the whole vibe for this journal nicely. I've also got a digital vintage card from a set which I've been planning to put on Etsy for a while now. I added a pretty clip which will also be visible on the front cover, which, by the way, I'm changing, so watch till the end. Next up, let's make something really cool from a mail envelope. I've cut down the envelope like this, saving the window because we want things to be peeking through that window. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. I lined the inside with some scrapbooking paper and wanted to decorate the envelope a bit because I wasn't loving that stark white, so I pulled out my dry pastels and a stencil. You can do this in many ways actually: stamping, use paint with a stencil, get out your washi tapes, anything you like really. I love the dry pastels because they always give this pale, almost sheer look, which I find quite delicate and feminine even. Trouble is, I also like glitter and sparkle, so the gracious look on this didn't last for long. Anyway, close one of the long sides with glue. At this point, I was feeling a bit too excited and I almost forgot to line the back. But then that stark white quickly reminded me I had to add something to the back. I pulled out a piece of coffee stained paper and then glued it on. This is what this project is actually for. It's a bookmark essentially, or a corner hugger is the correct term, I think, not sure, but the point is you slide it onto a page in your journal and it marks it, just like a bookmark. I think it's lovely. This next one is quite simple really. I've got this card from a Christmas scrapbooking set. I don't particularly like the front, so I'm just going to switch it for something I love. This pretty girl is from a digital. I'm sharing a printable over at Patreon and this card is from there. Oh, can I just take a moment for a special thank you to my November patron. I'm grateful for your support. If you also choose to become a patron and support me in this way, you'll get lots of digitals, real-time videos, a special thank you shout out here on the channel, and many other little things that I share over there to express my gratitude for your support. Back to my card here. I felt the sweet young lady needed something extra and I decided that a cream color collage will suit her quite nicely. I've gone for texture with this one, with some embossed paper, some piano paper and a tiny bit of ribbon, a sparkly flower on top, and we have a pretty journaling card ready for December daily journaling. I wanted to add her as a flip out, and I'm using some washi tape for that. Washi tape can be tricky sometimes, not all brands are great quality unfortunately, and there's no way to know when you buy, but this one is sticky enough to hold the card in place, so I just added it on both sides of the card and love how it came out. Next up, I'm going for another digital to use as a base for a journaling card. This one is a vintage postcard back. I love using these as a base to anything really, because they are plain enough to decorate but still have got this vintage vibe with the old postcard aesthetic. I wanted to add another tiny collage to decorate this one, but this time I feel it needs some extra sparkle. I had a few confetti lying around on my desk from my Santa shaker tag, so I thought why not add them onto this one. I decorated a tiny paper clip with a little bell to keep it in place. In the journal I've got a few of these pages which have a pattern on them, like music sheets, an old map. I love adding these to my journals, but obviously they won't be suitable for writing directly on top, so I take that as a prompt to create a collage, or to add a pocket or a tuck spot and add my actual journaling space in this way. For this beautifully aged music sheet, I thought I wanted to add a tuck spot and then I could tuck another digital card inside, and the music sheet has been turned into a beautiful background in this way. My next page is probably the easiest way to add journaling space into a junk journal. I have these beads from a thrifted bracelet, which I took apart. I threaded them onto a paper clip. I used a bigger one this time because I want to use it as a tuck spot essentially and add my journaling cards in this way. You have a handy little cluster for journaling and decoration ready to go when you need it, which was the whole point of this video, right? For this next page, I've pulled out a piece of cotton lace. It's the same one I used for the little tab on the page to the right here. I want to start some more journaling cards, so I'm just making a pocket here to tuck everything in. A bit of collage for decoration in the corner to use up those scraps, and we're good to go. Here is another one of those pages that have some pattern and won't be great to journal on directly. For this one, I'm adding an envelope. I made this digital Christmas pattern, printed it out and turned it into an envelope. My idea here is to add this as a flip out on one side of the page and a tuck spot on the back side of the same page. Just a bit of glue at the base of the envelope flap is enough to do this. Next up is another shaker project. Is it obvious that I absolutely love confetti? I don't think it is. I'm making another shaker here, just filling in a piece of packaging with some confetti, making my own shaker mix here with some washi tape to secure to the page. This makes the most fun pocket. It's interactive with the shaker element, but also I love the fact that it is see-through, so whatever you tuck inside will show. I just love this effect. This next page has got a pocket already. I'm adding in a few digital Christmas cards. These should be up in my Etsy shop soon as part of a vintage set of Christmas cards. For my next mini project here, I've got a strip of scrapbooking paper. You can use any size that fits your journal. This paper is from a pad which is 15 by 15 centimeters, I think, so that's the longest side. This is really simple actually. Just fold a small portion at one end and a larger portion at the other end, so that when both sides are folded they overlap a little bit. In the journal we will keep this closed, but when we open, more journaling space will be revealed. Aha! I'm adding a 3D sticker on top to finish the look off, and it looks so adorable, doesn't it? I made another one actually, but this time I want to use it in a slightly different way. Same process, same steps, just this time I didn't want to glue to the page entirely because I thought it would make a perfect tuck spot actually, and then you've got the journaling space inside, but also can add some more journaling space behind. Next up, I'm pulling out some packaging again, and if you guessed that this is another shaker project, well, you were wrong. I promise you it's not. I just wanted to have a few more pockets to stuff journaling cards into, but I wanted them to be see-through. So I just slid a piece of packaging onto the page, folded the excess part over and added a paper clip to secure. It's an instant pocket, really easy, no glue needed even, and you can see your journaling goodies. I also wanted a selection of washi tapes to have handy at all times, so I made a washi swatch card. I picked out 2 designs that go with my Christmas journal and wrapped around a card. And that's it really. I've also tucked some stickers and a few more decoration pieces to have handy for December daily. Can we just take a moment to look at the front cover I ripped apart? I wanted to change it up a little bit and add some more texture. I guess I was on a roll from all those tiny collages I made for my December daily setup, and I wanted a bit more sparkle on the cover too. I had some more of these paper flowers with the gold sparkle, so I thought they were ideal for this. Normally, I wouldn't have the luxury of a whole day dedicated to journaling. I have really enjoyed this crafting marathon. Hope you have too. The video on the right is a flip through of my empty Christmas journal, just in case you're curious to see what it looked like before adding anything in.